Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Mysteries from Beyond the Other Dominion. I'm your host, Dr. Franklin Ruehl, and now we ask if binoculars might have caused the sinking of the Titanic. Yes, binoculars. Roll tape.
That concludes this edition of the Realm of Bizarre News. Now to tell you about the Titanic. Of course, on April 14th, 1912, it sank after striking an iceberg off of Newfoundland. And I pointed out that one theory was that inferior metals were used in the siding, making it more susceptible to rupture. And another theory I told you about was that possibly a German U-boat actually torpedoed it. And there's strong evidence for both of these theories. However, there is a new theory concerning a key. Now, how could a key sink the Titanic? Well, before the Titanic sailed across the Atlantic to New York, there was an officer, second mate, David Blair, who had possession of the key to the cabinet that held the binoculars for the lookouts in the crow's nest. But he was unhappy because they transferred him and he wasn't on the final voyage. And either deliberately or inadvertently, he took the keys to the cabinet with him. Now, the lookouts did not have any binoculars on the voyage to America. And one of them, Freddie Flagg, at a hearing in Washington, one of the survivors, said if those binoculars had been available, they would have seen the iceberg and averted disaster. Now, one question I have, if they knew where the binoculars were, why didn't they use a crowbar to open up the cabinet to get them? Because they knew that would be vitally needed. And it's hard for me to believe that a ship like Titanic would have only one set of binoculars. You'd think the captain and other mates, other officers, would have binoculars too. But if they did, no one used them. Now, what about Blair? Well, he was so disappointed about not being allowed to go on the Titanic across the Atlantic, he sent his sister a postcard. But he must have heard about the keys because this was in testimony. He certainly would have considered himself lucky that he was booted from that voyage, but did he know that he held the keys to the binoculars? And did he feel guilt, perhaps, for the sinking of that ship which took 1,500 lives? We don't know. All I can tell you is that his key and postcard are now up for auction. But another possible contributing factor to the sinking of the mighty Titanic. By the way, there were many individuals at the time, of course, this Titanic called unsinkable, many had precognitive visions that it would sink. Let's take a look at one of those right now from One Step Beyond, starring Barbara Lord and Isabel Elsom. Roll tape.
Mother. 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 What's wrong, dear? Dark one out of time. I couldn't find him all the time. You just had one of those old-fashioned nightmares. Oh, no. I don't blame you all this excitement about the wedding. No wonder. It's hard to tell. I couldn't find him in the dark. Can the water closing over me? What does it mean? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
You're an idiot. It does mean something.
You can't go on like this. It happened again. I dreamed. No, darling, I do. Look at the thought of things, coughing. There were people struggling in the water, sinking, dying,
drowning.
And then huge ships were down. Now, just a bad dream.
It is just a bad dream.
The Titanic couldn't.
That's what you think.
Everyone knows that. I saw talking in the water. There were letters on the side of it. I saw. Look here, I saw the words Titanic on the side of the boat. I did.
Excellent acting there. Now, I should also tell you about the author Morgan Robertson in 1898 published the book Futility about a supposedly unsinkable ship. And it matched the Titanic in almost every aspect, including almost naming the exact number of passengers who drowned when it struck an iceberg. And by the way, the name of his ship, this is actually 14 years before the Titanic, his ship was called the Titan. How about that?
Now, until next time, may the power of the cosmos be with you. Yes, yes, yes!